now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr now to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now after the INT, it's Carr. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down, Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The Chiefs on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And the Raiders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 5 now. Carr got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And some room to roam now. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire, and he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way down to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mahomes now to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? With the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, he'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Out to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Raiders. That last pass, CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to?
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Flushed out right. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Chiefs force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second and 11 now.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Mecole Hardman, an even 90 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. And I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st down, Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Fighting through pressure. They still can't get it. And Cooks has it over the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Max Crosby in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Finding Hardman. And brought down, but a big gain, a gain that they needed. And the only thing to keep in mind here is with him being tackled in bounds, that clock is moving. Here's Mahomes.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mahomes.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Carr going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover after turnover.